Hey, Maple. Good girl. Hello, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sandra. It's early in the morning, about 8 o'clock here. We're getting ready. Me and my husband are getting ready to go to Sam's Club. I just recently renewed my membership. I had let it go back in February, but when I renewed it this time, I just went with the $60 plan instead of the plus because we just simply don't get there as often. It's a good little drive for us, and I can't justify the I think it's $120 now. But the main reason why I renewed it today is because me and my husband had a rare day to get to spend together. And we just wanted something to have to do. And we've always enjoyed kindly going to Sam's. He likes to get their pizza there. But we thought we'd just make a day out of it. So went ahead and renewed that. And we'll probably stop and get breakfast before we get there. Because just as a regular member, we can't get in until about 9. So that'll give us a little time to get breakfast. But yeah, I hope you're all doing good, and I'll try to share what I get in a grocery haul or a Sam's haul, and I'll see you in the next clip. Okay, we got 3 of the rotisserie chickens. Them stickers stuck to you don't have to show it, honey.
Peter.
Yeah. And take your time, I can edit this. That'd help keep them warm on it.
Yep. We just gotta run one up to your mom.
Yeah. Well, I can do that myself. You don't have to run in case you got things you want to do. Oh, a zipper tore off that one. Oh well.
They can't get that back out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when we get home. Let's see.
Yeah, let's do your...
Got a thing of...
Let's see. I'd put that strawberries.
Okay, we got a thing of strawberries. Some prime rib patties. Some garlic butter. This is really good, melted and spread over fresh baked bread.
You did, you told me.
Can't take you on no place.
I got some of these flame grilled chicken breasts.
Some people's youngins now. You two have a good one.
I got some of these quick chicken. And I got this for my son. It's the beef birria tacos, however you say that. He's been hollering for something like that lately, so maybe that'll... got some Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit mix. Here's this potato salad over here too. Potato salad, got that for a church dinner in a couple of weeks. And got that chicken there. Some tempura chicken nuggets. I'd have to put them over in this one. There we go. And I've got little freezer bags there too if I need them. A bag of oranges. And a bag of halos for the little kiddos. Steve needed some AA batteries for his headset while he's mowing. And me and him both got us some deodorant here. You get a better deal per per piece compared to Walmart buying an individual. Got some burger buns to go with those patties. And I got some of these insulated cups. I'll share some of those with my daughter-in-law. And then I got the grandbaby some fruit snacks. Steve got him some pizza. Sam's has good pizza. We'll eat that later for dinner. And then you can probably sit down through the buggy. We got a big thing of paper towels. That's good. Got some on the river too.
Right now we're in Ohio. Right there's West Virginia. And on this side's Kentucky. Ohio River and that little creek that separates both of them. So we're right here, we got Ohio and Kentucky and West Virginia in one spot.
Look at all those geese up there.
I don't have nothing for you.
Steve, she's gonna bite you.
I don't have nothing. I know what's under.
She says, I'll take your finger and go with it. They all think you're gonna feed them. They're all gonna hiss at you. He's had enough already.
Watch this. Watch this.
Steve, you're pushing your luck.
No, they won't bother me.
Yeah, they will. It's all right until it ain't. Hi guys, I'm getting ready to close out my video here in just a moment, but I needed a little extra video footage to put at the end of my video. And I was like, what can I put at the end? And then I remembered one of my viewers had commented and asked on my calzone video if I would share my recipe for my dough. And it's just a very simple, basic pizza dough. and you can find it on Pinterest. It's really not fancy. That's just all I use. A lot of the recipes call for like 3 and 4 cups of flour. I don't know if they're making multiple doughs. That's the only thing I can assume. But for a single pizza, my recipe just calls for 2 cups of all-purpose flour. But I'll get the camera pointed down and we'll get started and get this put together. I've got my oven light on my oven. And the way I do that to have enough heat in the oven to make my dough rise is I turn the oven light on, I turn the bake function on to the lowest setting, which is usually by default, I think 350 on most ovens, and I set the timer for just 1 minute. And once the 1 minute has elapsed, I turn off the oven and the timer, but I leave the stove light or the oven light on. And that creates just the right warm temperature for that pizza dough to rise. I've got the washer going, the air conditioner going today. It's a little rackety here, so I put on my little microphone. I hadn't used this thing in probably years, so I thought, well, this would be a good time to drag it out. I kindly talk a little low sometimes, and it's hard in my editing to get my voice up loud enough to where I don't have spikes and stuff throughout my video, so I thought I would just wear my little microphone today. So hopefully you all can hear me okay. But let's go ahead and get started on this pizza dough. Okay, I'm going to start by adding 3/4 cup of lukewarm water. And then I'm going to add, it's about 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now this is typically, I would use granulated white sugar. This is the same thing, it's just the golden sugar, I think is what it's called. So it has a little slight darker color, but it's just white sugar. It doesn't make a bit of difference in the taste or anything. It doesn't affect the recipe. So next I'm going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And I just shake it off till it looks about like a cup. And if my dough is too sticky as it goes into kneading, I'll just add a little extra flour. Okay, then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of the yeast. And this might be a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm just going to set this little mixer to knead. You can do this in a regular bowl and do it by hand. I used to do that many years ago. For this simple recipe where it's just the 2 cups of flour, it's not really hard to work your dough, whereas if it had been a bigger recipe with multiple cups of flour, it gets to be a little bit more intense of a workout to knead the dough. But in my older years, I'm relying on convenience. So I've got this little mixer thing here, and I'm just going to allow it to knead for close to 10 minutes, maybe 8 minutes, 8 to 10. I'm going to test the feel of my dough. It's feeling soft but not sticky, so that's about right. You want your consistency of your dough to be really soft but not tacky and sticky. Now if your dough turns out a little bit firm, more on the firm side, it will still do okay. It's just a little harder on your mixer if you're using a mixer, but it should still be able to knead it no problem. But I find that the dough rises a little bit slower, at least in my. Now different climates and humidities and altitudes is going to affect your dough. You might find that you need to add just a little smidgen of flour to keep your dough from being so sticky, or it might be the opposite where it's really firm and maybe needs just a tablespoon or two extra water. But the main thing is you want to add it just a little at a time, especially when having to add water, because you can get your dough to turn out too thin and sticky real quick. So it's better to have a little patience, add just a little bit of water at a time, allow it to absorb. My pizza dough is done, so I'm going to sprinkle just a very little bit of flour on my surface, spoon my dough out onto that flour, and knead it into a ball. I've got a bowl here. I'm going to spray that with some oil, place my dough in that, give it a little turn, and then I'm going to cover that with plastic wrap and put it in my oven and allow it to rise. Usually 40 to 50 minutes. It'll be doubled in size and ready to go. Okay, now I'm going to sprinkle this dough just a little bit with the flour, just very lightly. And I'm going to pick up this dough and just roll it around the edges, like the edges, roll them around and form a smooth ball. And I'm just tucking the edges underneath. Okay. Now I'm going to spray my bowl. And you can use any kind of oil. Since I already have the olive oil out, that's what I'm using. And there's my dough. So I'm just going to cover this bowl with my saran wrap. And I'm going to place it in the oven until it's doubled in size. So I have a few, just a couple of items I need to prep for my pizza today. I'll be making a barbecue chicken pizza. So I have some already cooked chicken breast. I'm going to take one of those chicken breasts that I got at Sam's yesterday. It's like the grilled chicken. And I'm going to cut that up into chunks. And then I have a purple onion that I'm going to cut into half rings. And then the rest of it is just the barbecue sauce. I've picked up a special cheese blend today that I think will go really well with the barbecue pizza. And first of all, that's it. I'm back, guys. I've got my pizza dough here. It's doubled in size. And I'm going to show you the ingredients that I'll be adding to this pizza. I'm going to use some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, the grilled chicken that I sliced up, the red onion, and I'm going to bring this, I found this at Walmart. It's the Better Goods brand, and it's a gourmet baking blend. It's got shredded sharp cheddar, Swiss, and now I can't really say this word, Gruyere cheese. I know I'm not saying that right. Let me give you a close-up look of it. So I think that'll be a real good cheese for that barbecue chicken pizza. So I'm going to get you pointed down at my counter and start assembling this pizza. Here's my old trusty pizza pan. This brand I think is a USA pan. These are made in the United States. They're a very good company. I also have Pullman pans made by that company, I believe. Really good, durable pans. So that's what I bake my pizza on. And I'm just going to lightly spritz this with a little bit of oil, because usually where I coat my dough in oil, there's enough where I really don't need to use much oil on my pan. And I'll punch down my dough. And I'm just going to try to pat this out as evenly as I can. Now all the men will have this if they want to try to eat a piece of it later. They're welcome to it. I've already ate today, and so I don't have any appetite to eat for the rest of the day. They're the big fans of the barbecue pizza. I'd rather have like an Alfredo pizza with chicken on it. I'm going to try to form like a little crust around this dough. Now sometimes when I pat out my pizza dough, after I get it patted out, I'll let it sit and rest for another 10 minutes or so, just to allow that pizza dough to start rising a little bit more. But it's definitely not necessary. The only thing about letting it rise just a few more minutes after you've patted it out, it just gives it a more thicker looking crust. So now I'm going to put on some of the Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. If I had $1 for every time I've had to make a pizza, I'd probably be rich. I raised 4 boys, and pizza was a common thing for teenage boys to want to eat. Okay. Next I'll place my, I'll place my chicken next, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Now sometimes I'll brush a little butter or something on my crust. That's just up to you if you want to or not. I'm not going to fool with it today. Now I think I'll place a little bit of my onion. I've got my oven preheated to 420. Usually about 10 or so minutes these pizzas will bake and be done. Might go slightly over, but usually right around 10 minutes, maybe 12. Now you can bake your pizza at a much higher temperature if you want. It's usually recommended for pizza, but I like to give my ingredients a little time to get heated through and cooked a little bit. Now let's see. Now I'll add my cheese. Okay, I'm going to place it in my oven for 10 to 12 minutes and allow it to get baked through. And once it's done, I'll bring it back and we'll see what it looks like. I've got my pizza out of the oven. The crust is nice and golden brown. I'm done. This is their dinner if they want it, or they can fix them something else to eat. But I'm just going to slice this up into slices to make it convenient for them if they want to get a slice. And I'll call it a day. Well, that's a wrap for today's video. Thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up, share my videos. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate every one of you that have been here. And I haven't forgot about my giveaway. I just got a little sidetracked. I'm trying to decide if I want to give those washcloths away as a giveaway option, but I've had a couple other ideas too. So stay tuned. It'll be in the next video or two. So thanks for joining me today. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next video.